Welcome to Storytime with me, Miss Lori. Well, today in our book, we're going to be seeing some farm animals. So I thought I'd wear my rooster shirt. The book we're going to read today is Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears, click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed, no milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, clickety, clack, moo. Cows that tap, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. Wouldn't it be pretty silly if cows could actually ask for electric blankets by writing letters? We know cows can't write letters, but do you know who can write letters? Well, we'll get back to that in a second. How many of you know what we're celebrating this upcoming weekend? That's right, Easter. Easter is a time where we celebrate all the amazing things that Jesus did for us by dying on the cross. Aren't we so thankful for how much he loves us? Well, one way that we can celebrate Easter this week is by showing other people the same love that Jesus has shown to us. Remember that question I just asked you a minute ago about who can write letters? Well, you probably know the answer. The answer is you. And writing letters is one great way of showing other people you care and sharing God's love. You could write letters to family members that you miss seeing, or your teacher that you used to see every day. You could also write letters to the police station to say thank you to all of the policemen and women. Or how about writing letters to all the nurses and doctors who are working so hard at the hospitals? You could even write letters to a nursing home. A nursing home is a place where the elderly, like grandmas and grandpas, live to be taken care of. And right now, they don't get to have any visitors because we all have to stay home. So imagine the smile on their face when they would receive a special letter from you. So I want you to remember two things this week. Remember that somebody loves you and his name is Jesus. And number two, to write somebody a letter this week to share God's love with them. Well, have a happy Easter, and I'll see you next week.